Hey guys, what's up? I'm Mark and welcome to Epic Confections. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell notification for new epic videos every single week. This week is a special week. I am joined with the amazing and talented, not to mention gorgeous, Charity from The Lovely Baker. We are collabing today and our theme is just simply Halloween. So, I mean, that kind of leaves many options open, doesn't it? So this week I actually have a cake to do for a client and she wanted a Jason themed cake. So, let's do it! That's not Jason, that's Psycho. Sorry, my eyes itchy. But whatever. Let's do it! Yo! Okay, to start, I apologize for the shitty quality video. I just had my phone with me. I rolled out a thin piece of white gum paste, and here I actually printed out a Jason mask. And with a straw, I cut out all those little holes in the mask. Next, I'm just taking my Wilton fondant tools and I'm giving it some texture, just making a whole bunch of lines and kind of cuts and just roughing up the mask. So here I actually bought a Jason mask from the dollar store. It was literally $1.25. And I'm placing my gum paste mask on top of it so it will hold its shape while it's drying. I did make this mask 2 days prior to making the cake, so it had a good 48 hours to really set and become stiff. Sorry for that, like, shitty quality. I was working on the mask and I didn't want to pull out my lighting and my camera, so I just used my phone. However, I think I got the point across. So I did end up making this gum paste Jason mask. I love it. I did make it yesterday morning, so I did have time to set and harden up. So now we're going to be working on painting this bad boy. I love it so much. So I'm going to get started on this mask. We are going to be doing a little airbrushing. We are going to be doing some hand painting as well. I do have a photo reference on my phone. So let's get started. So to start, I took a really nice, clean, new cloth and I dabbed a little bit of brown airbrush on it and I just started rubbing the brown color all over the gum paste. Really making sure to rub that color into those cracks that we created with our Wilton tool just to give it some depth. Next, I started airbrushing. I used a brown, I think it's called Harvest Brown from Chef Master, and I just started airbrushing all around those little baby holes, really making sure to get into those holes so that you don't see any white gum paste. Here I added some black airbrush, again, just making sure to get into those holes. I even put a little bit of airbrush into those kind of lines and cracks that we made just to give it an aged look. Next was some red airbrush, and you can see here I'm going over those really thin lines that we created with the Wilton tool with the red airbrush. I love the way this red looks on that gum paste. And I'm pretty much going on the outside of the gum paste mask. And yeah, that's about it. And here I took some red liquid gel and I'm hand painting on Jason's signature red decals on his mask. Taking that same red liquid gel, I am just splattering it all over the mask so it looks like blood. And here is the finished final Jason mask. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. I love it. So I am totally happy with the way that this Jason mask turned out. I think it looks awesome. A little bit of color can go a long way. If you don't have an airbrush, don't worry about it. You don't necessarily need an airbrush for lots of details. It just means you'll have to do a lot more layering with your color, right? But you can achieve the same look without an airbrush. So don't worry if you don't have one. So next we're gonna start working on the cake. Here I have 2 6-inch round white cakes. I've already cut, filled, and stacked this cake, and I threw it into the fridge for a good half hour, 40 minutes to really let that buttercream set. I did give it a crumb coat. Now it is black buttercream, and you guys know when I make black buttercream, I always make a chocolate buttercream first, then I add in my black color. That way you don't have to add a whole, shit ton of black dye to a white vanilla buttercream. And this actually will get darker. I know right now it looks like a really, really dark gray, but it will get darker as it sits. So let's get started. Here I have my piping bag with no tip on it. Just gonna fill up my piping bag with that black buttercream. Just gonna go ahead and ice my cake. So normally after I ice my cake, I would tell you to get really, really hot water to stick your spatula in. I'm not gonna do this with this black buttercream, only because I have a really nice white cake board. If I start using water, all that water is gonna get all over my board and it's gonna look like crap. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dry ice, that's what I call it, dry ice, this cake as best as I can. So just starting at the top, getting it nice and flat, letting my turntable do the work for me, and then moving on to the sides. Just moving my spatula back and forth, straight up and down, and again, letting that turntable kind of do the work for me. Next, I'm gonna go in with a cake comb, a straight edge cake comb. It is plastic. Just holding it straight up and down, making sure it's level. And just spinning my cake all the way around until I'm happy with how smooth the sides look. Just scraping off my excess buttercream before I use it again. And all this excess buttercream at the top, I'm just going to pull it in right to the center of my cake on the top, and that should leave you with a nice crisp edge. So I'm actually leaving the top a little rough. I'm just very gently pressing down on the buttercream, and it kind of gives you that rough kind of rustic look. I really like that for the top of this cake. A nice smooth side and then a rough looking kind of top. So once you're happy with your cake, melt down some white chocolate and dye it red, a blood red. Now when dyeing chocolate, after you melt it down, if you wanted a deep red color or black, definitely use an oil-based gel so that the chocolate doesn't separate. The one I use is Chef Master Candy Color Red. So I just poured a little bit of chocolate out on my table, taking a paintbrush, and we're just gonna splatter. Splatter, splatter, all over the cake. Wherever you want. There's no right or wrong. And the reason why I'm using chocolate is because it will show up best on a black buttercream rather than if you were to use, just like a gel color or something. And next I'm just gonna be adding a drip. Now I'm not gonna do a drip all the way around. I'm just Did you hear that? I'm just going to do some random blood drips. Just a little fun tip, if you are wanting to do a drip cake and you see a lot of people using spoons, I don't like to use a spoon because you don't have much control and it can look sloppy. So get yourself a nice little tiny squeeze bottle, put your chocolate in there, snip the tip, and then you have lots and lots of control. So I'm gonna pop this into the fridge for a good 15-20 minutes, let it set up, and then we're gonna be adding our mask and a couple other fun vinyl Cricut cutouts. So let's do it. So I just pulled this out of my refrigerator. It has been about 20-25 minutes. So next, James printed out some awesome Cricut stuff. So I have this knife here. James is like the Cricut wizard. I'm the master baker. Actually, no, he's a master baker too. We master bake together. No? Well, we do. But anyway, so he printed out this amazing Jason sword. Machete. And then this really cool kind of happy birthday, welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. So we're gonna assemble this cake. I'm gonna start by putting on the little Crystal Lake thing. My real challenge is going to be trying to put this mask on. So it doesn't necessarily have to sit straight up and down, but I do kind of want it to sit on an angle. Yes, so let's put this dowel straight in here, and it's kind of hugging where that nose groove is. And then we're gonna put another dowel going this way. Ooh, ah. And then I'm gonna stick this machete right in behind. Isn't that awesome? I love it! I'm gonna So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, smash that subscribe button or slash that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell notification for new epic videos every single week. Thank you so much to Charity from The Lovely Baker for this amazing Halloween collab. Definitely go check out her channel. I will link in the description below her channel and her Halloween collab video. Remember, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, and we will see you next week.